Now, in a previous video, I related how I've become an anarchist through just opening my eyes and realizing what's really going on. Now, what's happened since then is I've become much less afraid. I used to be so afraid of what could happen with, the NDAA and being able to be assassinated without trial. But of course that happened even before the law was passed. The TSA basically molesting people in the airports and apparently reportedly hitting the streets, being spied on, the internet being censored. I've actually been stalked by the DoD on, especially when I've used Skype, and me and my friends track that and with PeerPlot. Just a whole collection of things that can kind of freak the living daylights out of you. If you believe in the state. If you believe in the existence of the state. Now, I relate this to 1 John. And John, the apostle, in his first epistle, writes that fear has to do with punishment. That's basically true. If you believe that you deserve something, or that you potentially deserve something, even if the party that is punishing you has it wrong, that their judgment is off, still, you're going to be afraid. You're going to get scared because you feel like you deserve this punishment, and it's going to multiply your paranoia. But if you realize that the authority is illusory, that they don't really have that authority, and that anyone who tries to assert themselves over you is criminal, then you will stop being afraid. I mean, at least for me, and it may have a lot to do with some emotional thresholds I've come through as well, but I'm not. For one thing, it doesn't feel as likely that bad things are just going to start happening to me, and I can be much more reasonable. I can be much more rational about it. And the other thing is that really I'm not afraid. I'm not afraid of what they can do to me, because being free and being who you are is the most liberating experience you will ever have. There's nothing towering over you, nothing that should be towering over you, because it's illegitimate. And if it's a fiction, if the federal government doesn't really exist, then what is there to be afraid of? If God is with you, who can be against you, as the old saying goes. And yes, I'm a Christian anarchist, just as Tolstoy was. And so essentially there's nothing to be afraid of. There's another saying that goes, the wicked flee when no one pursues, but the righteous are as bold as a lion. Now, I'm saying that if you believe that the government exists and you're afraid of what they can do, that you're this evil, malicious person, but you're buying into an evil, malicious system, and it's having an effect on you, and it's changing who you are. It's distorting who you are. Now, let me say this. I'm not primarily defined as an anarchist. That describes my outlook on the world. But it doesn't describe who I am. I'm a human being, and we're all different, and we all are essentially anarchists if we can only wake up to the facts as they are, facts of what is true. So, I'm a human being, I'm an artist, I'm a philosopher, I'm a lover, I'm a fighter, I'm a poet, and I'm a lot of things, but I'm not a process manufactured robot. That is what I'm not. And that is the systems of this world. And that is what it will have you believe. Don't buy in.